So having a six pack isn't actually as good or feel good as you think it might be, or as the perception might be on social media. We saw these different people out there and they like advertise their gym products, or they like walk and they do all these workouts with their top offs and stuff. But the sacrifices you need to do it, and the reality of it isn't anywhere near as charming, as cool as you actually think it might be. Like when I was younger, I had less than 10% body fat. I was pretty lean. I was pretty ripped, but I didn't go out a lot. I worked in the gym like for 16-hour days, Monday to Friday. I worked until 8 o'clock on a Saturday. You know, I remember going out to a meal in the evening on a Friday, and my mum and dad, because I'd worked until 9 o'clock, my mum and dad, bless them, they bought me like a baguette and chips and a pint of lager. And they were like, calm, because they didn't know what to order. And I was like mortified when I got there. And now I look back and I'm like, what sort of a way to live life is that? Now, I'm not here saying like, eat all the foods that you want. Don't prioritize getting lean, getting fit, getting healthy, because I think those things are massively important. I'm just saying, don't get this fixation in your head that a six pack is the be all and end all of everything. And that's what you should be going for, because what you're chasing, it really isn't realistic for the majority of people, and the majority of people, how they live their lives. And it isn't as good as you think it might be. Anytime I've asked any of my clients, they do not care if I have a six pack or not. My wife certainly doesn't care if I have a six pack or not. Don't get me wrong, she doesn't want me to be a fat husband, but she does not care if I have a six pack or not, right? When I train, when I'm leaner, I have less energy to train. My training sessions aren't as good. I don't lift as much. I can't run as fast for as long because I don't have the energy stores, because I am leaner. Completely messes with your lifestyle. I like being able to go and have a beer with my friends at the weekend. It's sociable. It makes my life better. You only live once. As a good friend of mine says, YOLO. No point in doing all these things if you can't actually live. Again, I want to make the point. I think I very much value being fit, being healthy, being lean, but you've got to have the right balance in there. When you look at the people who will tell you, oh, I have a six pack 24/7, or that's my body fat, I do this and I love it. I promise you now, they're one of three things. One, they're a complete and utter narcissist. And they just are in love with themselves, and they will sacrifice everything to have that six pack. They don't care about anything else. Two, they will have been on steroids at some point in their life, or they will be currently, they just don't be telling you, or they won't like to admit it. Or number three, there are some very, very lucky people out there who just have really good genes, like Zoolander, really, really, really good looking. Just have really good genes, and they are able to walk around at that level. But that is few and far between, I tell you now, I promise you. I've probably worked with like one person in the fitness industry who I can say was like that. And I've probably met two people in my life that I reckon are like that, maybe three. And that is not a lot for someone who has worked in the fitness industry for as long as I have. And when we come to talk about having a six pack or reaching that position, I just think there's more like valuable things in life than striving for that. There's better goals to reach. Like, don't get me wrong, if you need to lose like a stone or two or whatever it might be, then yes, you should aim to get there. But when you're there, when you're like around the 15% body fat position, and you're pretty lean, you're pretty healthy anyway, I honestly think you're better off looking at performance. So like, how much can you lift, or how fast can you run, or whatever your goal might be. And if you do that goal and look at it that way, you're going to be fitter, you're going to be healthier, you're going to have a more balanced lifestyle, and you're going to have more fun. And because of that, you're going to make it sustainable. Instead of driving yourself almost into this like mental suicide of like, oh, I need to drop weight, well, I can't eat this and I can't eat that, and I can't do this and I can't do that. It's just not sustainable, and it's not a great way to live. And that's one of the bits that I think is wrong with the fitness industry. You see these things online and it's like, oh, that's what we should be doing because like that guy is absolutely ripped and it looks really good. But it's just not the reality of life for most people. You know, again, I can't eat dinner with my family because the food would be different. You know, I wouldn't be able to sit with my wife on the sofa and watch a film and like have a little bit of a chocolate at the weekend, or like in the week, dare I say, whatever it might be. Obviously, this is just my opinion, but I've taken this opinion over years and years and years of looking at people, of talking to different people, and just looking at the fitness industry as a whole. Yes, strive for fitness. Yes, strive for health. But don't get beaten up on this idea of the six-pack is the pinnacle of fitness and health, because it really, really is not. And before you turn to me and say, well, you look at the footballers or you look at professional athletes, they're like all really ripped and really lean. Yes, the ones with really good genes are really good physiques, but they're not all like that. And plus those guys, they train. I actually know an ex-professional footballer, and I talked to him about his fitness and health routine once, and we worked out that he trained for 24 hours a week. Now, even as a PT, I do not do that. I train for 3 or 4 hours tops every week. And that is realistic for me. That fits into my lifestyle. So if you aren't even in my position, how often can you train? Certainly not for 24 hours a week. So don't even compare yourself to a professional athlete. You're not even in the same pyramid. And if you are, you probably shouldn't be listening to this anyway. What are other people's thoughts on this? Where do you think a six-pack is the pinnacle of health? Do you think that is what you should be striving for? Or have you got other goals or other aims that you should be doing? Do you think about performance more than anything else? You know, do you have like a level of body fat that you try and get to, or a weight that you try and get to, and then after that maintain it and just try and become fitter and stronger and happier and healthier? I'd love to know your comments. Let me know below. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you soon. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Take care. Bye-bye.